heading down here to Salina, and it's going to be topless night. No, the girls will not be topless, but the sport mods and the modifieds will be. But we're underway racing here already, so I'll tell you what, let's get back to the front wheel drives as they're on about the fourth lap, I think. Good racing here at Salina, folks. Just watch to see what happens. You'll see. Thank you.
To the outside, the 7X of Dalton Ronabaum, also from Onega. Row 2, the 70 of Billy McBride out of Salina, and the 28D of Sage Dinkle out of Waukene to the outside. Row 3, the D68 of Dion Pretty out of Lindsborg, and the 79C of Chris Lears out of Baileyville to the outside. Row 4, the 187 of Tyler Heath out of Salina, and the 77 of Cody Williams out of Minneapolis to the outside. Row 5, the 17W of Dwayne Warman out of Pratt. To the outside, the 55 of Blake Holmes out of Salina. Row 6, the 22 of Dennis Berry from right here in Salina. And the 06 of Tony Slothauer from Salina to the outside. Row 7, the 00J of John Martinez out of Beatrice, Nebraska. The D21 of Dan Cruz out of Lyons to the outside. Row 8, the 21L of John Livingston from right here in Salina. And to the outside, the 67 of Caleb Davis, also from Salina. Row 9, the 106 of Charlie Slothauer, also from Salina. And the 29C of Lane Crowder to the outside. Folks, make some noise for your Busch Light IMCA Hobby Stocks. Ford Taurus, if you've got one, you might need to go out and check. You're blocking somebody in. Looking to go green out of turn number 4. Big bet that says, let's go racing. There you go. Tommy says he'll tow it. Well, I warned him. Yeah. Told him at the beginning. I do not want to have to tell you later to move. So. On the move, both Rona bombs. Nicholas up front. Dalton right behind into the number 2 spot. Billy McBride fighting for that number 2, falling back just a little there. Chris Lears, Dion Pretty rounding out your top 5. Yeah, they are. Rona bomb is freaking phenomenal. So is his son, I think, or brother, or whatever he is. I think it's his son. He's driving his car from last year.
Yeah. Billy McBride, too.
Oh, McBride is freaking awesome. It's a really dry track tonight,
Yeah.
so he takes to the high side, he just kind of loses it. But
Yeah.
Dion Pretty's not doing bad. He used to win quite often. Lears moving up into the number 2 spot around Ronabomb. Dion Pretty still looking for his spot to work his way around. 3 wide in the middle of the pack as they come out of turn number 4. Billy McBride, Cody Williams, Tony Slothauer going 3 wide in the front chute. And almost into the back. Oh man, where is that microphone? Oh well, I'll just shout him from here. I'll be like, you know, he wants to thank all of his sponsors. He wants to thank his family, his friends, his wife, his kids, his parents, all the guys who helped work on his car,
Yeah.
and everybody who helped put him together, and of course you, the fans. It's pretty much what they all say is done. So, we can roll with that. I need that microphone. Nicholas Ronabomb, the man to beat, putting some big distance between him and the rest of the pack. Chris Lears at 2, well ahead of the rest as well. Dalton Ronabomb rounding out the top 3. Definitely did not bring it up here.
All right, man, I'm going to go check the parking lot.
All right,
Thanks, I
man.
appreciate it.
If you got to tow it, tow it. Click it up. Paint trading going back and forth between the 00 J of Martinez and the 70 of Billy McBride in the front chute. Martinez coming out on top. Wide flag for the 7N, Nicholas Ronabaum, as he has led with ease all the way through the race. The 79C holding tight the 7X. The 78. Taking that checkered flag with ease will be the 7N of Nicholas Ronabaum. In at 2, the 79C of Chris Lears, and in at 3, the 7X of Dalton Ronabaum. Give it up one more time for your race winner, the 7N, Nicholas Ronabaum. We are going to work on trying to find that remote. Oh, Cody Williams in the 77 having some trouble there on turn 1. But heading over to victory lane, the 7N, Mr. Nicholas Ronabaum. To the outside of him will be the 14 of Taylor Pollock out of Prague, Nebraska. Row 2, the number 3 of Nathan Wolf out of Lee Summit, Missouri. To the outside, the 4D of Doug Pollock out of Tecumseh, Nebraska. I'm probably butchering that. Row 3, the 1 junior, Mr. Justin Kinderconnect from right here in Salina. To the outside, the 33 of Marlon Hoagie out of Ulysses. Row 4, the 25 of Andrew Halpayne from right here in Salina. To the outside, the 52 of Clayton Hoagie out of St. John. Row 5, the 22B of Dalton Bell out of Hoisington. To the outside, the 4K of Garrett Stoneham out of Lawson, Missouri. Row 6, the 34 of Tyler Farrell out of Belton, Missouri. And last but not least, to the outside, the 12B of Brett Towle out of Lindsborg. As they come behind that beautiful long MacArthur pace truck, folks, I want to hear you put your hands together, make some noise for your Speedline Racing Products IMCA Stars Mod Lights. And of course, IMCA Stars Mod Lights lined up, ready to rock and roll. Looking to Big Bat Thad in the stands, flag in his hands. He says, "Let's go racing!" Alex Lovelace with a big jump, but the bigger jump by the 1 junior of Justin Kinderconnect up into the number 2 spot. Lovelace trying to put some distance back, but keep your eyes peeled on that 1 junior. Nathan Wolf still holding on at 3, while the 25 of Andrew Halpayne moving his way up into the number 4 spot. Alex Lovelace doing all he can to hold back the one junior of Justin Kinderconnect. They both got some big distance between them and the rest of the pack. Justin Kinderconnect keep looking for that inside track to get around Lovelace. Tight, Alex. Hold on tight. Hold on for 8 laps, though. On the back stretch, Justin Kinderconnect up to the side, going into 3, coming out of 4. He might have enough. Nose to nose, Alex Lovelace still takes the lap. They're going to do it again coming out of 4. Lovelace, just enough to hold on. Yellow flag is one down and around out of turn number 4. And the 12B, Brett Towle down and around there. Able to get up and rolling again, get him back to go. Delaware start, Alex Lovelace up front. Justin Kinderconnect, Andrew Halpayne looking to go green. Let's go racing. Lovelace with the jump into the number 1 spot. Kinderconnect back behind him. Halpayne now at 3. Stoneham at 4. Wolf back to 5. Justin Kinderconnect with a move. Alex Lovelace spins out of 4. Lovelace down, Justin Kinderconnect takes the lead. Lovelace still rolling backwards. We're going to see if he can get up, and no, the yellow flag is out. Justin Kinderconnect, your new race leader, as Alex Lovelace spins out, coming out of 4. I know Alex, none too happy about that one. At that, what do you say? He says, let's go racing. The 1 junior with a big jump in the lead. Andrew Halpayne now in the number 2 spot. Garrett Stoneham at 3. Stoneham looking to try to work his way around Halpayne. Halpayne to the outside of the back stretch, holding on tight. Garrett Stoneham on the move. Into the front chute, Garrett Stoneham taking the number 2 spot. The 1 junior still way up front. One lap left to go for the 1 junior. Coming around with ease, Justin Kinderconnect in the 1JR, taking the checkered flag. In at 2 will be the 4K of Garrett Stoneham, and in at 3, the 25 of Andrew Halpayne. Give it up one more time for your Speedline Racing Products IMCA Stars Mod Lights winner, the 1 Junior, Justin Kinderconnect. He'll be heading down there to the O'Reilly Auto Parts victory lane to join my man Branston for a few words. One more time for Justin Kinderconnect. Kansas to the outside, the 7D of Danny Holt out of Topeka. Row 2, the 53 GT of Tyler Sutton out of Beloit. And the 124 of Brandon Conkright out of Wamego. Row 3 will be the 52T of Travis Baird out of Lincoln. And the 6M of Jason Mallory out of Salina to the outside. Row 4, the 11 of Christine Holt out of Topeka. And the 55R of George Ramey out of Wichita. Row 5, the 82 of Joey Richmond out of Wichita, and the 250 of Tathan Burkhardt out of Hayes to the outside. Row 6, the 6 of Trace Ayers out of Brookville, and the 94 Junior of Austin Huell Hall out of Salina. Row 7, the 97X of Andre Rexford out of Montezuma, and the 7C of Chris Cherney out of Cuba. Row 8, the 64C of Joey Crowder out of Salina, and the 24 of Chris Hawley out of Mount Hope. Row 9, the 6AM of Aaron Mallory, and the 19D of Dylan Chambers out of Haven. Row 10, the 2 of Scott Brown out of Meriden, and the 21T of Tyson Tipsword out of Clay Center. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Make some noise. It might bring them around one more time for you. Over at the Front Stretch Cafe. So all those are half price. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, Polish dogs, and hot dogs, all half price at the Front Stretch Cafe. Going green out of 4. Let's go racing. Keep your eyes peeled with lots of heavy hitters up front. Conkright, Burkhardt, and Holt. Danny Holt having a great showing here this season. Looking to try to take the big W out here tonight. Troy Burkhardt not quite ready to let him have it as the dust flies. Yellow flag as we got Crowder. And it looks like possibly the 94 Junior heading off the track. Proper order out there with Burkhardt up front, Holt, Baird. Looking to go green out of turn number 4. Green flag drops. Let's go racing. Burkhardt going far to the outside as the 3 wide in the back stretch. Conkright jumping up into the number 2 spot. Danny Holt taking the lead position. Baird at 4. Christine Holt rounding out your top 5. Joey Richmond right behind her. Conkright and Holt back and forth out of 2. Holt coming out on top. Burkhart coming ahead of Baird into the number 3 spot. Yellow flag one more time here. It looks to be up, and he's back onto the track. The 24 of Chris Hawley. Danny Holt, Brandon Conkright, Travis Baird, Troy Burkhart, Christine Holt, your top 5 looking to go green out of turn number 4. Big Bat Thad says, let's go racing. Danny Holt, Brandon Conkright with major torque going up 3 wheels out of 2. Hey, 2 laps down, yay. And it looks like the 19D of Dylan Chambers spinning out, coming out of turn number 4. Bringing up that yellow flag one more time. Too many more times, we're going to end on a green-white checkered. Delaware start. Danny Holt up front. Brandon Conkright, Troy Burkhart, Christine Holt, and Travis Baird, your top 5. Looking to go green out of 4. Let's go racing. Danny Holt with another big jump, locking in the number 1 spot. Troy Burkhart up into the number 2. Brandon Conkright at 3. Christine Holt at 4, with Joey Richmond right behind. Brandon Conkright easing his way up, trying to work into that number 1 spot, trying to catch up to Danny Holt. Leaving Troy Burkhart back a ways at the number 3 spot, but Conkright gaining a little bit on Holt each time around. And it looks like one more yellow bringing us closer to that green-white checkered. Lane Crowder down and around out of turn number 4, the 64C. Looking to go green out of turn number 4. It's green, white, checkered, and we say, let's go racing! Let's go, Brandon. You ain't gonna catch Danny. He's gonna leave you in the dust. Uh-oh. Brandon Conkright easing up on the backside of Danny Holt. He's gonna have to hold tight. Last lap, white flag drops for Danny Holt. Can Conkright get up and around? I don't know if he's got enough to push it. Torque three-wheeling it out of 2. Holt's got the lead coming out of 4, but can he hold back Brandon Conkright? They're punching it pedal to the metal. Danny Holt's going to take that checkered flag. The 1-2-4, Brandon Conkright in at 2, and Tathan Burkhart in the 2-5-0, moving up into the number 3. Tathan moving up into that number 3 spot, but give it up one more.
Behind salvage. Coming up out of the car, number 7, Danny Holt. Praxer Custom Job Shop. I was talking to his good buddy, Mr. Brown. Said this is one of his cars. He was asking me about his dad, Scott Brown. I was letting him know the information on him as well. But pulling down here into your O'Reilly Victory Lane tonight, your Coors Light stock car, Danny Holt.
Thank you.
How you doing tonight?
Good.
How'd you think of the track tonight?
I like the way the track is. Has moisture in one corner and dry in the other. You really got to fight both corners to get the car to go through good.
And number 24C, he was right there with you.
Brandon's fast. He's fast. He's liable to double up sometime here in both cars. I think he's right there.
Yeah, he is awful fast. Who would you like to thank on it tonight?
Platinum Contractor, Derek Brown, Punisher Racetrack, J&R Repair, Smith Brothers Transmission, Track There, Holt Carpet Outlet, Custom Job Shop. Everybody helps the weekend, week out. Kids are here. Doesn't help the week every week. The wife, of course. Big old family thing.
There you go. Heck yeah, you've been looking good in the stock car this year, man. Gonna keep it there?
I missed the modified.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Danny Holt.
All big heavy hitters, and they're ready to go green out of 4. Let's go racing! Dust flying as the first round goes down. Watts coming out on top. Williams right behind. Connor Barnes in the 7C. And Hunter Vogan rounding out your top 4, but the yellow flag drops. Looking to see what brought up the yellow here. Lined up, stacked and packed, ready to go green out of turn number 4. Big bat that says, let's go racing! Watts jumping out ahead once again. Barnes and Williams. Cody Williams coming up. Chris Vogan on the move as a whole pile of cars spinning out outside of turn number 3. Too many to shout them all out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, 8 cars spun out of turn number 3. If you can't see from the Gallagher section, stand up, put somebody on your shoulders. Help them out here. A few of them getting out and going right away. Barnes going. Watts up front, Williams right behind him. Echeverria. Vogan looking to go green out of turn number 4. If they can hold it, and they do, let's go racing. Travis Berger now up in the mix. In the 6B, he's moved his way up to the top 5. You're going to watch him, the 3-wheel man himself. Echeverria moving into the number 2 spot, putting Cody Williams back at 3. Travis Berger at 4. Jacob Olmstead in the 88 has now moved his way into the top 5. Remember, Olmstead had a great showing here in the heat races. Looking to try to do it again in the feature. Travis Berger up into the number 2 spot. Cheveria back at 3, battling for number 3 against Olmstead. And Olmstead takes it. Jacob Olmstead now at number 3, working his way up. Right on the backside of Travis Berger. Up front, though, Watts putting some distance between him and the pack. Dust cloud is thick out of turn number 1. And in turn number 4 as well. Tyler Watts with a big lead out front. Travis Berger at 2, Jacob Olmstead at 3. Adam Weber in the number 3 car working his way up in front of Echeverria, now in the number 4 spot. Echeverria spins out into 1. Tim Echeverria spinning out, bringing up the yellow flag. Up front, the line has changed. Watts still in the lead, but Travis Berger now on his tail. Jacob Olmstead right behind him. And Adam Weber. You can hear his fans right down here in front. There's a few groups here to cheer him on. To rock and roll tonight or tomorrow. Looking to go green out of turn number 4. Let's go racing. Tyler Watts going to have to hold back the 6B of Travis Berger for 8 more laps. Williams, Vogan, Adam Weber, all up in the mix. And it looks like Austin Rogers having a little fender bender going on there. I couldn't tell who it was, but they went off the track. Dylan Cherry spinning out as well, bringing up that yellow flag. Paint being traded there between the 11A and another car that has left the track, and I didn't get to see who it was. Gonna have to hold on. Berger is gonna have to drive, and Weber's gonna have to put the pedal to the metal to get it. 1 lap left to go. Green flag, white flag when they come out of turn number 4. Big Bad Dad, what do you say? Let's go racing! Watts the man to beat up front. Travis Berger lining in behind him. Adam Weber, Cody Williams, everybody holding on tight. Luke Stahlbomber, your top 5. Taking that checkered flag out of 4. It'll be Tyler Watts in at 2. Travis Berger, and by a hair in at 3. Adam Weber. Long, hard-fought battle right there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Topless Challenge winner in your Mel Hamilton Ford IMCA Northern Sport Mods, the 77W, Mr. Tyler Watts.
Barcelona Speedway victory leg. Give it up to him, Tyler Watts. Heck yeah, man. Made it look good. There's quite a few cautions coming out tonight. Not a good thing, but hey, you get a whole bunch of cars together, that's usually what will happen. Sure. What do you think about the track?
The track is good. I enjoy it like that, but cautions, I mean, it makes it tough for the leader having to hit your restarts perfect every time, so that was getting really stressful, but I've always wanted to win one of these special shows. Finally got it done, and I got to thank my parents and Watson Sun Plumbing, Jeremy Lighting, and Slider Casting, Dan Decker, City Performance. I got to thank Tommy and everybody for everything they do, and thanks to fans for coming out. Have a happy 4th of July.
Yeah, give it up to him once again, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Watts.
IMCA Modifieds. God bless America and God bless dirt track racing, folks. Here they go, 4 wide, folks. Make some noise for your SalinaUsedCars.com IMCA Modifieds. Let's go racing, baby! If only they could just jump right into the start from there, but they do got to unload the flags, which we will get that done, and then we will get them started and rolling. Truck ducking off the track, looking to go green out of turn number 4, 20 laps. Winner coming out $1,000 richer. Bowers Jr., Morrison, Watts, Klima, going green, let's go racing. Stephen Bowers Jr., you better keep your eyes peeled on him, but do not forget the other heavy hitters on the track. Tim Watts, Danny Morrison, Derek Klima, Josh Vogt, Clay, Easy Money, all vying for that $1,000 purse. As the dust settles, Stephen Bowers Jr. up front, but the yellow flag has dropped as we got some debris between 1 and 2 in the middle of the track. Looks to be a door, maybe. You know, going topless wasn't enough. They decided to take off the pants, too. Green flag drops. Let's go racing here at the Salina Speedway. Your fast track to fun. Stephen Bowers Jr. up front. Watts, Morrison, Money, and Klima with Josh Vogt in the mix as well. Bowers Jr. taking the lap. Watts behind him. Clay Money battling it out for the number 3 spot with Danny Morrison. Money moving into 3. Morrison back at 4. Josh Vogt, you're rounding out your top 5. The dust is thick coming out of turn number 4. Visibility is low. Lots of cars on the track, evenly spread out. Thick, easy round for all of them. Stephen Bowers Jr. putting some distance between him and the pack. Watts looking to catch up. Stephen Bowers Jr. always with a great showing when he shows up here at the Salina Speedway. You got to keep your eyes on him. Putting some distance between him and Watts. Behind Watts, Clay, Easy Money, Danny Morrison, Josh Vogt, Derek Klima, Conkright, Barnes. Everybody rolling pretty smooth so far. 13 laps, 12 laps to go this time around for our race leader. Halfway through the race, Stephen Bowers Jr. with a big lead, a good 20 car lengths ahead of Tim Watts. Another 5 car lengths back is Clay Money. The top 5 pretty far spread out. And we got a tire fly on the back stretch there as the B6 of Brian Nail. Down and around, yellow flag up. 9 laps left. Stephen Bowers Jr. lost that big lead. Now he's going to have to fight to keep it. Up here, Tim Watts looking to go green out of turn number 4. Thad says, let's go racing. Clay Money a little to the high side, was hoping to catch up there. Unable to jump in front, he's gonna try it to the outside in the back stretch. Into 3, Clay Money, Tim Watts. Coming out of 4, Watts still taking the lap. Money on the tail, Stephen Bowers Jr. not able to get that big lead like he had just yet. Here he goes in the back stretch. Danny Morrison in the number 4 spot, looking for the right line, and we got a spin out of 4. At the back, it looks to be the 29 Sia Cooper Weiss. And he's able to get up and rolling again, heading into pit road. It was the 191 of Sean Govern. Go here in your SalinaUsedCars.com IMCA Modifieds Topless Challenge. Bowers, Watts, Money, Morrison going green. Let's go racing. Money to the big high side into one. Able to hold the line though. He's looking to try to come out on top. Right up nose to nose with Watts one more time for the number 2 spot. Stephen Bowers Jr., the man to beat. There goes Money to the outside. Able to jump in front, but can he hold it? Tim Watts, Clay Money, battling back and forth for the number 2 spot. Morrison still at 4. Klima rounding out 5. Money with the big move out of 4, taking that number 2 spot. Now he's going to have to catch Stephen Bowers Jr., who's a good 7 car lengths up. Three laps left to go for Bowers. Two laps this time around for Stephen Bowers Jr. He's just got to hold on. He's a good distance ahead of Clay Money. And I know Easy Money is looking to try to make that money, but he's going to have to do hard work in this last lap. White flag for Stephen Bowers Jr. All he's got to do now is hold the line, and he's got himself a $1,000 check going home happy tonight. Coming out of 4, taking that checkered flag win in your topless challenge. Give it up for 77W, Stephen Bowers Jr. In at 2, the 7 of Clay, Easy Money. And in at 3, the 11W of Tim Watts. Give it up one more time for the 77W, Stephen Bowers Jr. Making his way over to the O'Reilly Auto Parts victory lane to cash that bit. Well, he's not cashing it, but he might be collecting that big check and the big payday here at the Salina Speedway. Give it up one more.
Hydraulic and oil, modern masonry, American Eagle tax, climbing out of the car, Stephen Bowers Jr. Yeah, you made it look good. Glad to see you here tonight. What made you show up?
You get money on the line, and we were the previous winner a couple years ago on this event, and we're just having fun this year and chasing a little bit of money.
Heck yeah, there you go. What do you think about the track? Everybody's talked about 1 and 2 being a little slick down here, and 3 and 4 being dried up.
Yeah, you had a difficult run there on 1 and 2. You had to miss a hole, either go above it or below it. So I think I missed my mark a couple times, so I had to drive above it. So I had to make sure I didn't have to close the door, so I'd make sure I didn't slip up. But down here, we was pretty good down here. And 3 and 4, I felt like we had pretty good speed down here.
Yeah. Who would you like to think on this one tonight?
Man, I'd like to thank my crew and everybody that came here and everybody that helped out on this race car. And there's so many names right now, but I'd like to thank everybody and all the fans that came out here and watched at Salina Speedway. I appreciate it all, and hopefully we're God bless America, and we're going to see some awesome fireworks.
Heck yeah. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stephen Bowers Jr.